Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to M Class Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff.
And I'm this guy, Josh.
This guy, the best guy.
The one talking. I don't think that's true, but thank you.
I think you're the best guy ever. I'm gonna get laid. Anyway, on this podcast, we sit down with a piece of Star Trek media, randomly chosen by our patrons usually, and we decide whether it's good or bad, if it has enough sexual innuendos, and if not, we add more.
Yeah, we'll just put it in with ourselves being the sex objects.
Man, my favorite. So,
my favorite.
This time around, we watched just a terrible Voyager episode.
Yeah, let's not even pretend like this isn't, like, we're not even, I don't even care.
No. So this is, the episode is titled Renaissance Man because the Doctor is the Renaissance Man. He does a lot of things. He's the Renaissance Man.
It's a literal title. Very literal.
Get it?
So this is episode 23 on Netflix.
So it's the third to last episode of this series. If that shows you how little the stakes of the show matter.
Yeah, so it's the second to last like standalone episode. Like the two last episodes are like two-parter.
Yeah. So this
like
is the last non-two-parter episode.
It's horrible.
It's not a good episode.
It's like, I have a theory of why they made this entire episode, and we'll talk about it at the end. Because
is it because it was May 16th, 2001, and they saw what was coming?
I mean, they're the only ones. I sure didn't see what was coming. And May 16th, 2001, I was graduating high school.
Oh my god, you're so fucking old, Josh.
I know. And I don't think I had school anymore. I think seniors got their last day of school was like May 10th or something. Mm-hmm. And you get like the last month off because high school's a joke. So I was probably just like doing nothing.
Just watching Voyager and wishing you had something more in your life, right?
Watching this shit-ass Voyager episode.
So this episode was directed by Mike Vajar, not V'ger.
Oh, he's a V'ger. Vagini.
He's directed episodes of Babylon 5, The Dead Zone, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, and apparently his name is actually pronounced Vehar.
Okay, that makes more sense.
While working on Babylon 5, he acquired the nickname Veharder and Harder.
Wow.
So you know that dude fucks.
Who gave him the nickname?
I don't know.
Was it Lieutenant Ivanova?
Apparently he got that nickname for his willingness to put in long hours shooting.
Wow. Damn. He's a porn hero.
He directed 31 episodes of Trek overall.
He did a lot of different series, I can see.
Yeah, TNG, Deep Space Nine. He did Impact Nor on Deep Space Nine. Voyager and Enterprise.
Is this his worst one? I would say it is.
Yes. I don't know. There's a pretty long list of Voyager episodes here.
Yeah, but this one's really bad.
It's like, full disclosure here, right up front in this episode of M-Class.
Yeah.
Josh and I both paid almost no attention to this show while we were watching it.
I've seen it before. I have no memory of it. I don't remember it.
I don't remember what happens in most of it. I know the gist of it right now, and that's it.
Yeah, it's freaking dumb. It's a freaking dumb episode.
If you really like the Doctor not acting like the Doctor, this is the best episode for you.
This character, I mean, we'll talk about it, but this character, they did not know what to do with this fucking character.
Especially
goes
in this
through
episode.
Dude, he goes through the same lessons over and over, and he's like a dumb child.
He's like the fucking Leave It to Beaver of the show. He learns his lesson and forgets it in the next episode.
It's ridiculous, dude. Like, stop being an idiot, you moron.
I think it's important to point out, this episode was written by 4 fucking people.
It feels like it's written by 8 different people.
It's teleplay by Phyllis Strong and Mike Sussman, and story by Andrew Shepard Price and Mark Gaberman.
Wow, Andrew Shepard Price has a really cool doctor's name.
Andrew Shepard Price. Mike Sussman wrote a lot of episodes, actually.
Yeah, I'm seeing he looks like a dork.
Oh god, you fucking got him, dude. How's he ever gonna come back from that shit?
Look at his curly dork hair. What a nerd.
God, no wonder
This guy writes Star Trek. What a nerd.
No wonder he fucking likes Star Trek, nerd. So he wrote 11 Voyager episodes and 22 Enterprise episodes.
Yeah, he did.
Including Bounty, which is the one we're watching next.
Which is a good episode.
Yeah. Maybe they should have just let him write the entire show and not split it up between 4 people.
Yeah, this feels like classic Voyager, like, writing by committee, where they were like, but what if we did this? And then they're like, no, what if this happens?
What if the Doctor turns into everybody in the cast and it's very unconvincing every
It's a clip
time?
show. They did a clip show, but they didn't do clips. They just did, like, here's these characters with their lives.
There is a John Larroquette fun fact of the week for this episode.
Thank God. Something has to be interesting about this.
Neelix does not appear in this episode.
Oh, I didn't even realize, because I didn't pay attention.
It's already bad enough, right? Who cares?
Dude, what's he doing? Is he babysitting?
His new girlfriend? Probably.
That's... Yeah, he babysits Naomi Wildman, the little girl, and it's like, should he be babysitting? Shouldn't he be like on like the Megan's Law of the ship?
For sure. Like once you date a 3-year-old, you should not be allowed around children anymore.
I mean, Naomi Wildman's like 8, so I mean,
probably too old for him, right?
He's like sitting there, like being like, "So you only got like 2 years to live left, right?"
She's like, "No, I'm a normal person. I grew up in normal time." And he's like, "All right, whatever. I'm gonna go get a drink."
You want some champagne?
So like, oh my god, no.
You want some Jesus juice?
Oh no, I was gonna make that joke and I was like, nah, maybe not.
I'll do it. I'll follow that grenade.
Josh is like, I ain't too proud.
Fuck it. I'll pander for laughs. I don't care.
Shortly after they'd completed writing this episode, Mike Sussman and Phyllis Strong were called into Brandon Braga's office.
Oh, they got called into the principal's office.
And they were invited to join the writing staff of the forthcoming series Enterprise.
Oh, that's cool.
They were given the top secret script for the series premiere Broken Bow.
That's gotta be super fun.
That's like the best possible outcome for getting invited into Brandon Braga's office. Like, it's shit's like whips and chains and giant vaginas to climb up into everywhere.
Giant like paintings of like what's that artist who does the flowers?
Ah, shit. I used to know this like so well.
God damn it. Pearl S. Buck? No, she was an author.
No.
What is her name? Let me look it up. Vagina, flowers, painting.
Georgia O'Keeffe.
Georgia O'Keeffe.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I thought that was never going to come back to me. Don't listen for the keystrokes in the audio, by the way.
I was talking over it. They won't hear it.
Perfect. Brandon Braga. So what a gross being. I picture him looking like Jabba the Hutt behind his desk with glasses on. Climb into vagina solo.
There's just a Twi'lek dancing dressed as like a paper mache vagina.
He's got like a children's slide, but there's just a vagina, paper mache around the bottom of it, so you can just climb in. Anyway, that's neither here nor there about this episode.
That's what happened. It's documented.
Before we get into this episode, actually, because it does suck,
What was the fun fact? Oh, the writing
Neelix
part.
wasn't in the episode. That was the fun fact.
Right. Oh, okay.
Before we get into this episode, because it does suck, and I don't want to talk about it at this moment.
Yeah.
We got a couple announcements. We got a couple
God.
announcements for our M-Class viewing audience.
Can we put like I guess I'd have to do it like a radio, like a morning announcement voice on you. All ships at sea.
Welcome to M-Class Podcast, where we're going to be talking about some announcements this week.
Transatlantic as fuck, dude.
For real, though, we have a competition coming up.
Oh, fucking dicks.
Thanks to Flesh Colored Ranger, who is a big fan of the show, big fan of very skin-toned clothing, I hear.
Flesh Colored Ranger.
We have, not in our possession, but it could be at any time, a Blu-ray box set of all of the original series movies. All of them.
So all 6 of them.
It is a beautiful white box set, and boy howdy, is it probably worth some real money, but we already both have those movies.
Yeah, I don't need the Blu-rays. But that's cool, though, man. Like, Blu-rays are good.
Hell
You put that up on your 4K TV, 720p.
You get all your P's and your K's, it'll be fucking great.
Get your 1080i's and stuff, you're good to go.
And I hear you out there in Radioland wondering, but Jeff, but Josh, how do I win this immaculate prize?
That's a good question.
Well, we're going to have a Pitch It or Ditch It contest.
Oh, no.
Pitch It or Ditch It.
Chun, 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 chun.
Now, normally with Pitch It or Ditch It, you send us your ideas for episodes throughout the Star Trek canon, and we tell you whether we would pitch it or ditch it. For those people who don't listen to M-Class Email, that's how we do over there. It's a great show. But this time around, we're going to give you a prompt, and I promise you this is going to be the most difficult writing assignment of your life.
It's not going to be easy, dudes.
We need a Pitch It or Ditch It that is all about redeeming the character of Wesley Crusher.
Good fucking luck.
Now, I know a lot of you are already out there typing the word dies into an email sent to us. You can do that, but you're going to have to do something pretty spectacular to make that the way he's redeemed as a character.
Yeah, this is like a 400 level writing class at this point.
Like, I know some fucking, like, writing professors who wouldn't touch this. So.
No, this is like graduate student level, if not doctorate thesis level.
All you have to do is write us a Pitch It or Ditch It, very simple Pitch It or Ditch It, about how to redeem the character of Wesley Crusher, and send it to mclassemail@gmail.com, all singular.
I can't wait to read these.
These will not be read out loud on M-Class Email. We're going to be picking the top 3 and reading them on M-Class Podcast.
Yeah.
So you get the limelight. You get to go to the big boys table.
The big time. You're getting caught up, kid, to the majors.
Transatlantic as fuck.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You can't really say yeah, man. Like
yeah, man.
Yeah, my boy.
We're going to hit it big time.
That's the ticket. There you go. 22 skidoo.
So, write in your Pitch It or Ditch It's. Get them to us. I believe we're probably going to... We might do it on the next episode. That's like 2 weeks from now. I think 2 weeks is a long enough time for it, right?
Yeah, we could do it longer too if we really wanted to. I don't care. 2 weeks
Josh
is
doesn't care. That's when it's due.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Just send it to the right email, for God's sake.
Yes, please. Send it to the right email. I'm going to set a hard limit. We need it by the very next episode of M-Class Podcast.
Good idea. So that's 2 weeks from now.
Yes. I believe that will be...
Well, you have to think in the future a little bit because we're doing this on a day that this
the
doesn't come out.
22nd. May the 22nd.
There you go.
Because this episode will come out on the 8th, and then the next one will come out on the 22nd. 22 skidoo!
May the 22nd be with the Force be with you.
It's gonna be
May.
It's fucking hell. The 22nd, the 22 skidooant of May.
22 or 23 skidoo?
I think it's 23, 24, 21, anyway.
I think it was code for, like, looking up girls' skirts in, like, a certain part of New York. There was a street in New York where the wind blew near the Flatiron Building, and dudes would stand at a railing there, and they would say 23 skidoo when a girl would, like, the wind would, like, whip the skirt up.
And they'd be like, oh my god, I saw upper thigh today, buddy. You ever seen an upper thigh?
Oh my god, a hairless ankle? Oh, my little peeper.
Oh my god, have you ever seen the back of a knee, Johnny? Crazy sexual.
Crazy sexual. This is what we're fighting the Kaiser for, boys.
We gotta get back home and see all them knees. Look, our second big reveal is everybody knows the month of June is Gay Pride Month. And in honor of that, one of our big-time patrons And all-around great guy Desrath is going to be sponsoring that month like Tapon did back in the what now? Back in the time before.
What? Back in the time before time.
The way the sponsorship works is whatever we make in pledges over whatever the pledge that we have is. Like right now we have $6.55.
Yeah.
Like if we started it right now, whatever amount of money we get over $6.55, Desrath is going to match it and donate it to the Trevor Project, which if you don't know, the Trevor Project is like a lifeline service for suicide prevention and help amongst LGBTQ teens, which is maybe needed more than ever these days.
Yeah.
So
it's a great cause.
So look forward to that in June. Give us a bunch of money, and a bunch of money will go to a great cause.
Yes.
It's not just pure selfishness this time. We're
not taking any of it. It's all going to the Trevor Project.
Well, all he does, all he puts together is coming from the Trevor Project.
Okay.
We're still getting pledges and stuff, but we can donate whatever we want.
But he's matching, but we're not taking a cut of that, is what I'm saying.
We're not loan sharking this whole situation.
It's important to tell people that.
Yes, there will be a commercial that'll be inserted into episodes of M-Class, probably towards the end of May, that'll explain all this a little bit better. But get ready, get set, it's time to get wet. We're going to help.
Get your credit cards out, boils and goyles.
Boils and goyles. The last little bit of information I'm going to give to the world today is your boy Jeff has a webcomic now. Just started it. Just started a couple weeks ago. It's called Inksburg, and you can find it at inksburg.com. INKSBURG.
What is it about, Jeff?
It is...
Give us a rundown.
It is Bob Clampett's Looney Tunes meets Raymond Chandler's noir detective fiction. Set in the black and white city of Inksburg. City of 1,000 crimes.
What? That's so many.
There's at least 1,000.
I can't even name 1,000 crimes. There's like 3 crimes. Murder, stealing, and double stealing.
Oh, shit. You don't want to get caught double stealing.
No, it's worse than murder.
It's when you steal something and then put it back and steal it again.
Like Thomas Crown Affair.
And Inksburg is a funny animal webcomic, all ages, with of course, an adult tinge to the humor, but it's for everybody. Mm-hmm. And it's like your favorite Looney Tunes, but also there's a mystery story behind it. And I really love it.
I love it.
And I hope you guys will love it too.
Check it out.
You can find it at inksburg.com, or on Twitter, you can follow me at Inksburg if you're into that shit.
Oh, I'm into that shit.
Check it out. So now we're going to take a quick break and actually talk about the show when we go back.
Sure, I guess. Why not? Maybe we won't. Who knows?
You know, Josh, you bring up a good point. But we'll be right back after these messages.
Presents an awesome, rippin', totally stoked.
Get on with it.
New movie, Surf Ninjas. It's the story of these kids who get booted from their country by this evil dude.
That was then.
Now they're growing up in L.A. And their life's one major vacation.
Just got a waxy old man-to-wave friction-reducing vehicle. Surfboard.
But some gnarly ninjas give them a blast from their past.
Those boys die tonight.
So they gotta split with their one-eyed guru, Her Highnesses, and go back and save their country. Which is cool, because they meet this mystery babe.
You want to go to the mall sometime?
And like one dude gets these superpowers. One can see the future in his Sega game. And one's a geek.
There's dynamite here. We'll throw it at him. I got one. 1, 2, dudes.
And now they gotta fight the righteous fight. And basically kick some. You gotta see Ernie Reyes Jr. Rob Schneider.
He can get job as a sushi chef, no problem.
Wild Thing Tone Loc,
Brothers don't serve.
and Leslie Nielsen as Colonel Chief. In a film by Neil Israel. Surf Ninjas.
I love the part when I was like, ah! Sorry.
So for those who haven't figured it out by context clues yet,
Yeah.
we're avoiding talking about this episode because it's not a good one. It's a bad episode.
Yeah, I am a little gun shy about talking about bad Star Trek episodes because I feel like we depress people because we're too mean. We're really mean.
Well, that's what happened with Discovery.
That's what I'm saying. We got really, people got really sad.
I think it's because the difference is like when we watch episodes of old Trek shows, we're not like worried about the future of Star Trek and thinking it's ruined forever in the same
true.
way.
Yeah.
We're just riffing on an old episode that's dumb.
Right. That's a good point.
And this episode is dumb.
Yeah.
I guess we got to start. So the beginning of the episode is the Doctor singing opera. Like he's playing the like orchestra music like super loud on the Delta Flyer.
The Delta Flyer 2.
Yeah, the Delta Flyer's fucking
Because the
kaputski.
other one exploded.
It went to warp 10 and turned everybody into catfish. So that
I forget when it blows up, but it's a dramatic moment, and you're supposed to believe that these people who have infinite resources can't just make another one.
And then they do.
And they don't even show it. Like when they make the first one, it's like, oh, cool, they're making like a hot rod. It's cool, right? And then this one, they're just like, it's back again. Don't worry about it.
We just made another one. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine.
So he's singing opera, and this is the 90s, so opera is dumb. Opera's like the worst.
Opera's dumb unless it's the opera from The Fifth Element.
The only opera
like-
that's good is Bugs Bunny opera, and then all the other operas for dumb losers.
Damn, dude, that's true.
So
The only
Captain
opera
Janeway
that's
comes
good
out.
is on what's it called? Merry Melodies.
Yeah, fuck yeah. So Captain Janeway comes out, and she's like, what are you doing listening to this fucking nerd music while I'm trying to sleep?
She's all pissed off because she was asleep.
Yeah, she's like, all I need is 15 minutes. And the doctor's like, hee hee hee, what a funny joke. But, like, she should have fucking hit him, right?
She should have turned him off, dude. Been like,
Yeah.
you're done. Go to sleep. You're done.
He keeps coming up with all these, like, ingenious ways to not get turned off. Just fucking, like, unplug him. Just turn
Just
him off, turn
rip
him back
his
on
fucking
again.
circuits out. Just fuck him up, dude. So he's doing like 5 things at once, right? Because he's like, I'm a hologram and I'm a computer, so I can do like multitasking. He's like flying the ship.
Yeah, he's like, holograms are better than people, and you'll learn
Yeah.
that in the bloody Holocaust to come.
Maybe you will be spared, or maybe I'll make furniture out of your skin.
Like, it's very much like the beginning of, like, I don't know, if there is a holographic, like, society that comes from
Yeah.
when he comes back to Earth, I fear for what's going to happen to humanity.
Well, I kind of like talk about that in the one episode where he wants to be like free. Like when they finally contact Starfleet, Starfleet's like, you did what with your doctor? And they're like,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah, you fucked him. What are you
Yeah.
doing? You're creating
like-
new life forms out there?
Yeah, they're like, that's a terrible idea. And like he has to go on like a data like trial. Like he's got to like prove that he like is like a person. And then at the end, well, that might be another one. At the end, he writes that book, and all the slave holograms that are also the Mark II are like reading it in the slave mines. Which is a thing that Starfleet does, apparently. Makes holograms dig up ore out of an asteroid,
With, like,
I
fucking
guess.
pickaxes and shit.
It's like a super...
The 24th century.
It's like, yeah, it's like 1850. One of them has a lamp on their head.
Like, every good episode of Voyager is just a riff on a TNG episode.
Exactly. It's dumb.
Anyway, he's talking about how holograms are vastly superior to carbons.
Yeah.
And Janeway's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Where'd this come from?
But they end up in a subspace eddy.
Sure. A Star Trek hole, as I like to call it. Or Trek hole, for short.
An eddy is a wave. So it's like a subspace wave? Shouldn't that, like,
Sure.
worry you more? There are no waves in space.
Well, subspace is like quantum realm, right? Like
Yeah,
subspace
that's
is like
true.
like a quantum like dimension, sort of. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Maybe it's really small. Maybe it's one-dimensional. Who knows?
Fuck, you're blowing my mind, dude.
I know, it's crazy to think about.
But Janeway's like, I should take over the helm. But the Doctor's like, what, with your fucking carbon-based hands? On my controls?
With your filthy, germ-riddled skin?
Ugh, maybe if you take your fucking skin off first.
Or maybe I can do it.
Meanwhile, back on the Voyager.
Oh, great.
Everybody's favorite Vulcan character that gets real screen time, Vorik. T'Pon. They always just use him as T'Pon.
Yeah,
which
Vorik's always
up.
T'Pon.
And B'Elanna are like fucking around in engineering as always.
They're like dick deep in repairs. They're like, we're so many repairs. The ship sucks. It's horrible.
We've been flying the ship for fucking 7 years or whatever. We gotta get back.
We gotta figure out a good way to fix all these gel packs.
Hopefully there's a good two-parter that undoes the problem that we've been in for the whole series. Anyway,
involving time travel and a paradox.
Tom Paris calls her and he's like, oh, you gotta help me with my robot dick. It's not working anymore. Come here.
My shuttlecraft penis doesn't work. Come fix it with your mouth.
She shows up and he's like, I made you potato salad. Fuck me.
Yeah, which is delicious. Like, I love potato salad.
I like potato salad a lot too.
He said he like put extra paprika on it, and I was like, damn, that's so good.
Yeah, put some paprika on there for me, Tom Paris. I'll fuck
I want
you.
that shit. Did you like what do you put in? You got like onions in there? I do onions.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, I don't go like
you can't go crazy on the onions.
Yeah, it starts to all taste like onion.
Yeah,
if you put too much.
And
in.
I love onions, but
I do too. But I'm trying to get some potato flavor in there too.
Browns. You gotta get the red skin potatoes, dude.
Yeah.
That shit's incredible.
I'm really fucking wanting some potato salad.
I know, now I just want to eat potato salad.
Potato salad, everybody.
Put it on your list.
Anyway.
Yell up to your wife and ask her if you have any potato salad.
We got any potato salad? Shut the fuck up, I'm trying to sleep. Yes, dear.
So, maybe we do.
I should be like, Crystal! Oh, hey, potato salad!
I never know what she's doing up there.
Sleeping. Turns out that people sleep. I didn't know that shit.
Yeah, me and you don't, but other people do. Me and you are awake a lot.
Like,
in the nighttime.
I do stay up until fucking 4 a.m. sometimes.
I do too. My schedule has been so fucked up. Like, so fucked up.
Like, I'm completely nocturnal at this point, but like, I get a lot of work done at night, so...
Yeah. It feels so shitty to work at night, though. Like, I try to avoid it, because, like, it whacks you out, dude.
I kind of like it. I kind of like working at night.
I
like,
hate
if I just sit down with, I need to get, like, art done for that night, like, it gets done that night. And it feels
I do continue
so good.
at night. So I used to do 5x5 at night, and it would just get done. Like, nobody fucking calls you or texts you or bothers you. It's great.
You don't have anything else to do, because it's nighttime, and nobody's going to bother you, so you just get it done.
Everyone's asleep in their Betty Buys, not bothering the fuck out of me.
And, like, I lose track of time, so I just keep working and working until it's done, and I'm like, oh shit, it's fucking 5 a.m.
Yeah, like a video game.
Yeah.
Like the first time I played The Sims. Anyway,
there's gonna be a lot of those in this episode. We're probably already like a fucking hour in at this point, so
I think that the show's almost done. Like this show,
like M-Class, we're almost done making it. Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean maybe, but I mean this episode of whatever show we're watching.
We're
Voyager.
only in Act 1 right now, baby.
Yeah, but like, what even happens in the other ones?
I'm gonna be skipping around because a lot of it is like, and then the Doctor pretends to be Chakotay, and then the Doctor pretends to be B'Elanna.
This is lame. This episode's lame, dude.
B'Elanna won't fuck Tom because she's got stuff to do, so she leaves.
Yeah, but she kind of wants to, like, and she's all preggo. Like, she's like 9 months, dude. She's like ready to go.
Yeah, so he's gonna definitely be like bopping the baby in the head, right?
Oh man. That sucks. No thanks.
No thanks to that.
No way, dude. I mean, like, it's healthy or whatever, but, like, I don't know.
I'm not a fan of bopping kids in the head. Like, that's not...
Yeah, I mean, if it were me, like, the kid would get just impaled because of my giant wiener.
Oh, my God. We've gone down a path, right, that, like, you can't come back from.
Then I'd have to go to jail because I killed my unborn child.
It's illegal.
It's horrible, man. I'm not trying to do that.
So anyway, Harry Kim is for some reason in charge.
He's the night shift.
He's
Apparently.
an ensign. He's a fucking ensign. And he's
They
in
gave
charge.
him the ship. They were like, I don't know, fly it around.
And he's like, Lieutenant Ayala, I'm in charge of you, even though you're a lieutenant and I'm an ensign.
You outrank me. Yeah, there's a whole story with him like learning how to be responsible. It's really dumb. I do remember that from like the last season. Harry Kim learns how to like be a grown up.
Yeah, and then he stays an ensign
Yeah, they never promote.
for the rest of his fucking life.
And they even talk about that. They're like, well, if I promote you, who else am I going to promote? It's like Jerry Seinfeld. Then I got to promote this guy. Then I got to promote this guy.
I don't even know this guy.
Who is this guy? Who are these people?
That's pretty good, actually.
Thanks.
You can play him
I
in a
got-
cartoon.
I got there. I can do it, but I got to get there.
But like they find out they're getting transmissions from the Delta Flyer. And it's in a weird way, like it's going through the transceiver array or something, and that's wacky. You shouldn't
Yeah,
be
it's-
doing that.
It's all garbly, too. It's like fucked up.
But they finally establish some communications, and Janeway's like, "Oh, we got attacked by aliens, and
Yeah.
we're fine, but I need to meet with Chakotay at once."
I gotta talk to my man, Chakotay.
They don't ever fuck, do they?
No, they don't ever even really get
Worthless show.
close.
On that one planet, they were gonna fuck.
Which one?
The one where they crash land and they think they're gonna have to be there forever.
Oh, they almost fuck each other.
Yeah, but then they don't.
Thank God. We wouldn't want anyone to have any fun. We are
Nobody
watching
can
Voyager.
have any fun with Voyager on.
Great minds. Great minds.
But Janeway calls Chakotay into her ready room, and she's like, "Look, the Recall, a race that could wipe us out of space with no worries at all, who have technology like thousands of years beyond ours,
Sure, sounds totally true.
have said that we need to turn over our ship." And Chakotay's like, "Well, we can't do that. We only got the one.
What are we gonna fly around in? It's me, Chakotay.
I can't give up my hot rod, babe." That's him. That's what Chakotay sounds like.
I'm not ready to go to college and settle down.
Fucking kick flips out on his
Hoverboard.
his hoverboard, slips his sunglasses on, and he's like, "See you later, Mom."
His fucking his Playmate hoverboard from Back to the Future, which you can get in Star Trek Online. You can
Oh, that's
play with
awesome.
that. Yeah.
But she's like, "Yeah, they're ecological extremists that think the warp drive damages the fabric of space," which, if you remember a specific episode
Yeah.
of TNG, it does. It does do
Right.
that.
Right, it does.
But they
in that
they
certain
stopped
area,
talking about that shit.
in that certain section of space, they kind of like write their way out of that problem because it's
Yeah.
only that little area of space.
That's true. I think the implication was supposed to be that like it could happen anywhere.
It's
like
global
that.
warming, but it's dumb because like, well, now you just fucked Star Trek over. So.
Yeah, you can't. Well, the idea was that like Geordi was gonna be like, "I'm gonna find a cure to this problem," and then he did.
Oh,
but-
did he later find a cure?
No one ever said. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't.
Sure, I guess he did. That wasn't an important part. They didn't want to show that one.
No, it was unimportant that the problem got solved. Only that the problem was talked about and then never mentioned again. Just like global warming.
It's like real life. Weird.
So the Recall they want our ship, but we're not going to give it to them. Instead, we're going to eject our warp core, and they can take that, and they'll be happy. And
Which is
Chakotay's
like,
what?
awful. Yeah. What?
Like that's our fucking engine.
We
Like,
might as well not have a ship if we don't have a fucking warp core. Where are you gonna go? You can't go anywhere.
like impulse between planets takes fucking months. What are you doing?
Yeah, full impulse is 25% the speed of light. So
Yeah.
like, what is that?
I
Like,
don't
do the
even
math.
know. I don't even know. You can
So
do the
it's like
math while I keep
4
going.
times as long to get to the sun. So to get from Earth to the sun, it would take 32 minutes. But
Fuck
still,
that.
that's still really bad because like that's just Earth to the sun. It's 1 AU. So
Yeah. Fuck it.
it fucking sucks, man.
We gotta keep our warp drive. I'm not giving up my fucking hot rod.
My rod, babe.
And Chakotay's like, look, that should be up to the senior officers. And she's like, well, I'm the fucking captain, so why don't you sit your happy ass down and take my orders right up your butt? And Chakotay's like, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, he kind of like is like, wait, what? Like he knows like some goofy shit's going on.
Yeah, he's
and
like, you're
did he watch
weird.
the show? Did he watch Voyager? Like, was he paying attention? This whole episode is like every episode of Voyager. There's even an episode of Voyager where they find like a way to get home, and Janeway's like, "This is bullshit. I know what this is. I watched the show. I know what this is.
I read this fucking script. I know what you're up to.
I see what you're doing."
But he's like, there's something up with Captain Janeway. Normally, Captain Janeway wouldn't fuck us all over irrevocably.
And seeing as it's the second to last episode, I should check this out.
I should fucking figure this out before that two-parter. I really got to get that set up.
Let me go to Astrometrics and flirt with my new girlfriend.
So, first he goes to engineering, and he's like, hey, or Janeway goes to engineering, and she's like, Torres, like, B'Elanna, I need you to put a tractor beam on the flyer.
She's like, theoretically, would this work?
Yeah.
And, like, she gives her, like, a situation.
She's like, theoretically, if we ejected the warp core, like we're definitely not about to do later today.
For no reason.
And would the Delta Flyer's tractor beam be able to tow it? And Torres is like, oh, it would need some modifications. And she's like, do it.
Work on it. And then Torres is like, well, I thought it was hypothetical. And then Janeway, who's clearly not the doctor, is like, well, we gotta be ready, Boy Scouts.
Yeah. She's like, well, you know, it doesn't hurt to be ready for the hypothetical. And B'Elanna doesn't go, what? She just goes, yes, sir.
Okay, I'm a brainless drone.
But, like, B'Elanna's even like, what the fuck? So she calls Chakotay, and she's like, hey, Janeway just asked me to put a tractor beam on the Delta Flyer?
Yeah, what's up with that?
So Chakotay's like, wow, that seems like some evil villain material. But anyway, I'm just going to go ask.
Some evil... Yeah, she twirled her mustache. It was crazy. Because, like, when did she grow that?
Yeah, why didn't anybody notice that? It was like fucking Chad Ghostal. He just had the facial hair for some reason.
Nobody notices it. They're just like, think it's just regular.
You seem different, Space Ghost.
Dude, that's like a Chad Ghostal. Jesus.
But like Chakotay is like, hey, so what's up with the fucking like tractor beam stuff? And of course, the real Janeway, who's really real, doesn't even fucking respond to him.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't feel well. My tummy hurts. I'm gonna go back to my quarters.
Wait, so it's the real Janeway now? Wait.
No, it's always been the real Janeway.
Oh,
Josh.
right. Okay. So this is super fucking confusing because like she does change personalities like weirdly. Like it doesn't even make any sense, right? Like
no.
So the doctor is her, like obviously we don't know that yet, but
he's like pretending to be her, and Janeway's like, oh, my tummy hurts.
It's the stupidest bullshit ever. Yeah. It's so dumb.
That's how a child gets out of a problem.
Well,
like, I don't want to answer. My tummy hurts.
I don't want to go to school.
But as she's walking away, she's like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
And she's
like talking to herself.
What the hell? So he goes to sickbay and he's like, doctor, and he's like, the doctor is like at his desk like, because he obviously ran there, right?
He ran. He transports in, which is weird. But yeah, he's out of breath because he's like, oh my god, he's got to be in two places at once. He's on two dates at the same time.
If this was a comedy episode, it would be way fucking better. Like,
it would be amazing.
Every time the character showed up and they were just like...
It would be amazing if he had to do something, like, incredibly stupid. Like, steal, like, I don't know, something else other than the warp core. You know what I mean? Like anything.
He has to, even if he did have to steal the warp core, if there was, like, diplomats on board, then he had to be both Janeway and Chakotay for.
That's so good. Like, if you're gonna do that shit, just go full ham-bone, dude. Like, don't overthink it. This is totally overthinking it.
Chakotay's like, he asked the doctor about Janeway's health, and the doctor's like, nah, she's fucking fine, dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. Why don't you go give her a closer examination?
Like a rectal examination.
So this whole episode seems like the doctor really wants to go on a date with Janeway. He's like, we should socialize more. And she's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know.
I don't know, doctor. And he's like, but I got you this corsage.
Want to go to space prom with me?
I don't know, doctor. Chakotay already asked me.
I don't think so. You're like a nerd, and Chakotay's like a football guy.
Chakotay plays all the sports in the entire school, so...
He plays baseball, and he's in a band.
He's probably got a huge donger. That's what people say, right?
That's what they're saying in 2372.
But Chakotay goes to Astrometrics to talk to 7 of 9, his contractually obligated girlfriend.
Oh, it's so awkward. It like she's all like batty, dreamy eyes acting, and it's like so fucking weird.
It is
like
super fucking weird.
Like she's like a woman now, and like before she's a cousin Oliver. Like she's like a child who they bring in as like a child. Like
yeah, but she's like learned enough at this point and gained back enough of her humanity that she's like a woman.
Right, she wants to fuck now. Is basically
she wants to fuck Chakotay?
She wants somebody to crawl up her giant building-sized vagina.
Well, she was dating Brandon Braga at this point, so I guess it was all set up for her.
No. Why?
But 7 of 9 is like, I don't know anything. There's no I can't detect any cloak ships. But Kim calls and he's like, hey, some cloak ships are sending a transmission through. And 7 of 9's like,
she pulls her collar.
She's like, my tummy hurts.
Oh no, I got the poopies.
But, like, he's like, yeah, send the message through to Astrometrics, and Supreme Archon Loth
Cool name.
appears on the screen, who is a weird alien.
He's every Voyager alien.
He doesn't just have something on his nose this time. He's got actual makeup over his
looks
body.
like, so what's weird about this is like I didn't know that the writer of this wrote Babylon 5, but he looks like the one race in Babylon 5. I don't know if it's probably like a homage to that.
He looks like the Supreme Loth, Supreme Man, Archon Loth, who's from the Recall, looks like the Lizard from Spider-Man.
Yeah, he looks. Yeah, I don't know what
the other guys look like. The guy from Babylon 5. The
hierarchy, the hierarchy guys. Babylon 5 lizard guy. I'm looking it up.
Because this is good television. Anyway,
I don't know. There's so much.
He's like, when will Voyager give me its warp core? I told you about that shit yesterday.
Where's my money, man?
Need my money, bitch. Where's it at?
Someone's grandma's gonna get their legs broke.
You better not be holding out on me, Chakotay.
Oh, sorry, Supreme Archon, sir.
That's right. You've put some respect on my name when you say it, bitch.
I bought you for 2 cigarettes.
But Chakotay's like, yeah, we can't do it until we get to the planet. You told us to.
Yeah.
You gave us these instructions, dude.
Yeah, those are your rules, man. We're just following them.
And Lost's like, you got fucking 10 hours. Be here.
And he goes, my tummy hurts. I have to go.
He goes, my tummy hurts.
Supreme Archon out. We're writing like a way better show.
This is a much better episode.
This is so better than this bullshit we're talking about.
The episode isn't called Renaissance Man, it's called Food Poisoning.
It's called Never Eat Buffet Shrimp.
That's why Neelix isn't in the episode. He was patient 0 of his own fucking cooking.
They had to clone him again. He died. They had to clone him.
Ugh. Should have left him dead. Anyway, the doctor calls into Chakotay's radio show and tells him that Janeway's in perfect health. But Chakotay still goes to her quarters and she's not even in there.
Yeah.
And he's like Chakotay to Janeway, and she fucking runs around the corridor corner, and she's like,
yeah, it's so dumb because like he's a fucking computer, but like I guess he can't
appear wherever.
He has to transport the holo emitter, right? Because he can't run around the ship as the hologram.
But like they go into Janeway's quarters and they start like arguing a little bit.
Yeah.
And Chakotay's like, yeah, what about that mission on Bullshit Prime where you saved that away team?
Yeah, remember the mission on Totally It Happened Prime?
And Janeway's like, those situations are totally different. He's like, yeah, because this one's real, bitch.
Because I made that one up, and he's like, gotcha. And then there's a fucking TOS style wrestling.
Well, there's definitely like an altercation.
Like she tries to hypospray him, and it's very TOS. It's like,
yeah,
what?
like he's struggling against it, but not moving enough that the hyperspray comes out.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous, dude.
And he's like, ugh, and falls over. And Janeway, at several points in this episode, a clear stand-in for a character does gymnastics.
Yeah, there's some
and this is
parkour
one of them
going
where
on.
like a clear stand-in for Janeway like fucking throws Chakotay.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. There's the one part in the hallway where he does like a parkour
He
wall
straight
run.
up fucking wall runs like
Yeah.
Prince of Persia around Tuvok.
Fucking Assassin's Creed.
But Chakotay gets a call off to Tuvok. Or he tries to, but like
Yeah.
his call is being blocked by Call Blocker, which was invented
Yeah,
this year.
she has star 67 on or whatever. Blocks the star 69.
Janeway then takes Chakotay to the morgue and shoves his body into a refrigerator. And
I forgot. I don't remember this part at all. I honestly don't remember.
when she goes back to sickbay, and then we get the like fucking slow pan in reveal where she pulls the like leg up of her pants and the mobile emitter is on her leg.
Yeah, that's right. It's on the. She like does this really awkward like straddles the desk move because the desk
Yeah.
is like too high for like it to be normal, like a natural thing. And you're like, what the fuck? And then it's like there's the emitter. It's so dumb, dude.
And then we learned that this race called the Overlookers, which is just like the coolest name. The
Yeah.
Overlookers.
So these guys are they're awful. They're one of the awful bad guys in this show. They're also in Star Trek Online, and they're like very they're like spies. Like these guys kind of aren't, but like in the previous episodes they're like surveillance experts sort of. But like
sure, they look like baby hippos.
they're potato men. Everyone in Star Trek Online calls them potato men.
What is the name of that race from Doctor Who that are like
Yes,
red
exactly.
for war with the big fucking heads?
Yes, it's them. No, it looks
Yeah.
exactly like them.
It looks exactly like them.
Yeah. Or it looks like something from like a fucking Hitchhiker's Guide or some shit.
Oh yeah, they look like comedy creatures. They don't look like
They're stupid. Yeah.
serious creatures.
But like everything in the show, they're space pirates. Every bad guy is a fucking space pirate in this show. Except the Borg, who are evil.
Well, I guess the fucking broccoli head guys are also space pirates.
Who the broccoli? Oh, the Kazon?
Kazon. They quickly become completely pointless, and
Yeah, they're
nobody mentions them again.
Yeah, they're dumb.
But it makes sense in the like world of Voyager that they would pass up ever dealing with certain races in space at a certain point.
For like a show, it's like bad. Because you can't
gotta
have Klingons.
some sort of enemy.
Yeah. You can't, it can't be just like enemy of the week every week.
Which is what Voyager is, mostly.
It's terrible.
Well, Janeway's been taken hostage. She's being held on some shitty-ass little ship.
Yeah. So
They-
Supreme Archon, what's his name, was bullshit.
Yeah, he was a hologram. He's actually a potato man.
He's
who
a
I guess
potato
is
man.
named Zet.
Yeah, Zet. Zet is the potato man that you get in the game. He's becomes a part of your crew.
I
if you
don't want him to be on my crew at all.
He's
an
a
asshole.
He's a dick wad, yeah.
But like Janeway told the Doctor not to give them the warp core, but he completely just doesn't listen to her orders.
Yeah,
at all.
Janeway's
He's
like,
so
do
fucking
not.
stupid.
No, he's
about
so
it.
fucking irritating, dude. This is lazy ass writing. Like I hate shit like this.
Oh,
when
yeah.
when one character is just like, I'm gonna do whatever, and like they like, lose their mind. Like
I'm
you're
gonna
a fucking
disobey direct orders
Yeah.
to save the captain and ruin, like, completely obliterate any chance of the ship ever getting home.
There's no thought at all into why he would do that. Like he doesn't sit there and like. There's no reason for him to disobey her, like at all. Like he just is crazy at this point.
Like
It's
really,
so dumb.
what he should have done is what Sorry.
This episode's so good, Jeff is yawning.
I've been trying not to so hard this whole time.
I took drugs to not go to sleep, so.
Really, all he needed to do is go back to the ship and be like, "Hey, they took Janeway,
right?
And like, if we don't give them the warp core, they're gonna like ruin us or whatever." And
he can't do that because they're spying through him. But there's got to be some way, right? Like that would be a clever writing, like how to get him to tell everybody.
Exactly.
You know?
If he would have figured out a way to tell everybody so that they could this could have all been like a scam.
Yeah.
To get Janeway back, that would have been like a TNG episode.
That would have been a great episode.
But
like,
instead, the Doctor's like a fucking child who just follows whatever orders he's given
he's
to
a
do
moron.
the dumbest shit possible.
Like, if he would go back to the ship and he starts, like, talking to people and he's like, remember that time when we did, like, some made-up thing? And they're like, what are you talking about? And he's, like, acting real weird, but, like, he's just him, right?
Yeah.
Like, that would be better.
He could have done a lot of different things that would have been smart.
He could have blinked out Morse code, for fuck's sakes. Like, Jesus.
Fucking like Janeway's like, yeah, you should have stayed on the ship and like not taken the warp core like I told you. And he's like, oh, well, Voyager can survive without a warp core, but it can't survive without a captain. Like, how shitty do you think Chakotay is? Like, he would have been the captain.
She says, like, well, now they don't have either, which is, like, such a good fucking point. Which is, like, such, like, forward-thinking captaining. Like, she's like, well, now we don't have either, so it doesn't fucking matter, you know?
Yeah, like, your stupidity cost us both, so good job.
He's a... Oh, God, he sucks, dude.
Like, I like the Doctor on other episodes.
Yeah,
I don't like him on this one at all.
He, like, reverts, dude. That's what I mean. Like, for this being the second to last episode of the series, he's a moron again. He's, like, season 1 Doctor at this point. He sucks.
It's also, like, the fucking Zet guy keeps increasing his demands.
Yeah. Yeah, he keeps, like, asking for more stuff. And then there's, like, that Tinkerer man. Like, God, I don't even know, man.
I don't remember his name at all.
I don't either, but he's like
Nar.
Nar?
Yeah, like the band.
N-A-R? Like Nar?
His name is N-A-R. But, fucking, like, now you have to bring us some bio-neural gel packs.
They want the gel packs, yeah, which everyone wants the fucking gel packs.
And the Doctor's like, well, I don't want to listen to Janeway. She don't know what she's talking about. I'll bring you whatever you want, guys.
Yeah. I'll deal with hostage takers. Fuck it, what could go wrong? I want a helicopter and 1 million bowling balls.
How you gonna get him out of there? That's for me to know.
Don't worry about it.
Better be a strong helicopter. But, like, Janeway starts talking. She's, like, trying to trick him a little bit. She's like, yeah, the Doctor's fucking with you guys using holographic scenery.
Yeah, she's, like, thinking her way out of it, like, you know, a captain would do.
And Nar, the sidekick overlooker, is like, we should stop then. She said a bad thing.
Yeah,
and Zet's like, are you fucking idiot?
Yeah, he's like, you believe this dummy? She doesn't even have Potato Man skin.
She's not even made of potatoes.
Don't trust anyone who's not a potato.
They definitely have giant, like, posters all over every wall that have Potato Men heads pointing down. Don't trust non-potatoes. Only be buds with the spuds.
Keep calm and potato on.
But anyway, they've been planning it. They stole the ship they're on, and they're gonna steal all the stuff from Voyager and then sell it.
Yeah, they're hawkers. They're like scavengers. Like fucking pirates. They're fucking pirates, dude.
Space pirates.
But they're not cool space pirates. Yeah, shitty space pirates.
They're potato men.
They're dumb.
The Doctor turns into Chakotay, talks to Tuvok.
Yeah, there's like 4 of these like switches.
It's and then he calls Torres with Janeway's voice, says come into the fucking Janeway's quarters, and then she fucking becomes Torres, and then she talks to Vorik to get the spare gel packs.
This is like a game. It's like a video game.
The Doctor like is trying to get the gel pack, but Tom Paris shows up because he still wants to get his dick wet.
Oh yeah, he surprises Torres and he kisses the Doctor as Torres, and it's super awkward because dudes kissing dudes.
Yeah, how could a dude kiss a dude? What? What?
Are you shitting me?
It's like magnets. If you put the same end together, they just go away.
I mean, did he even dock with him or what?
Wow. Wow, Balana, your penis feels different.
Thanks.
So,
That's just Balana's real voice. Thanks.
but they're like, oh, it turns out that the message from High Overlord Chamberlain Grand Moff Loth came from inside the ship.
The call is coming from inside of Voyager.
Dun dun dun.
This show sucks.
Shit.
This episode is so stupid.
And then Kim goes to the holodeck with the Doctor, who's now Chakotay, and they find the holodeck logs have been deleted.
Yeah.
And the Doctor fucking karate chops him to death and throws him in the morgue. Why is this episode so bad?
It's because it's there's too many similar things happening altogether. Like there's 10-15 minutes of just this bullshit happening. Like I don't care. I don't care about any of this shit.
That was actually obviously very condensed about what was happening.
Yeah.
That lasts like 15 minutes.
It's long. It feels like it's like half the episode. And it might be half the episode, honestly.
Might be. I just remember being so mad by the end of it.
I was paying little attention. I was like, I don't even care. I
kept
don't
turning
even
around.
care.
I was drawing, and I kept turning around and seeing the same thing happening, and I was like, has Netflix fucked up?
Dude, he would switch bodies, and I would be like, all right, okay. All right.
He's playing switcheroo. And there's no like tension in him switching bodies. Like the only like moment that you're supposed to feel tension is when he kisses the Doctor.
Right.
He kisses Tom Paris because it's sexual tension.
It's sexual tension, and it's kind of funny because like he's not.
He doesn't know.
Right.
He's being taken advantage of.
Right.
So it's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
Right?
Yeah. But like you as the audience know what's happening, so it's not like you're just watching him do this stuff.
It's not tense at all. Like the best way to have done it is to not reveal until the end of the episode
that it
what's
was
happening.
him. Like
and it could be like some of the characters could be like, well, fuck it, like, is there like an invasion of the body snatchers thing happening?
It could be horror-esque, right?
Yeah, but instead, it's none of that.
They do that with Data, where Data starts doing crazy shit every now and then, right? And then they're like, what the fuck is going on? And he has to like not tell them what he's doing because it would like fuck everything up. And that's like a smart way to do it.
The time loop episode.
The time loop one, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good episode.
Yeah.
And they don't do anything good.
No.
And we'll be right back to do something good, I hope.
End the
after
episode?
these messages. Fuck you, Josh. We'll be right back after these messages.
There's only one new episode left before Voyager's series finale. Someone is trying to sabotage Voyager.
Yeah, I thought we trusted each other.
So did I.
But who is the traitor?
Security teams, apprehend the Doctor. I'll take it from here. Come with me.
An all-new Voyager.
And we're back to finish this out, I hope.
Yeah, what happens next, Jeff?
Well, the Doctor's got like a collection of comm badges now because he's just been taking them off of the corpses.
Oh, and he's using them as walkies, right? Well, why can't... So, like, does he... I don't remember this. Does that happen?
Does what happen?
Does he have the comm badges?
Yeah, he's got all the comm
So why
badges.
doesn't he just use one and have it, like, redirect all the calls to the one comm badge?
I don't know.
What an idiot.
He's obviously proven that he's not very smart.
Like, just... Why? Like, who would you even know is whose? I guess they say whoever to whoever, and that's how you know.
And it's like they have their specific frequency or whatever. It just
and
automatically
only they can
calls
hear it?
them.
That's how that works, right? Like they can only hear it in their earpiece, and they're like translate.
Other people
right?
relate to it. Like other people react to it. So I think.
I never understood. Is it coming out of the badge?
I think so.
That's crazy.
I think it's coming out of the badge, and I think you have to like touch the badge to accept, or no, you touch the badge to call. You don't have to touch it to accept.
You don't have to touch it to. Well, that's horrible. What if I'm jerking off?
But you can touch it to not accept.
Oh my god,
that's too much pressure for me.
It's like shitty iPhones.
But Tuvok comes in and he's like, "Hey, so when they sent that message to the deflector dish, it used your codes." So I know you're involved. And the doctor's like, my tummy hurts.
I gotta go to sick bay. Oh, wait, we're already here. Oh, shit.
Tuvok's like, you're telling me it's gonna hurt, motherfucker, unless you
pointing a
tell me what's
phaser
going
at
on.
He does have a phaser on him, right?
Yeah, he
And the
points a
doctor's
phaser on him, and the doctor's like, I'm just gonna get out of here then. And then he just
like,
fucking
I'm a
blows
hologram.
his hollow emitter out of the wall.
Yeah, which is like crazy. Now that B'Elanna's gotta fix that.
It's true, but Tuvok is a badass. He doesn't wait for fucking anybody.
Dad's on top of the case.
It's true. Vulcan Dad is here, and he's
Vulcan
ready to
Dad's
whip
here.
his belt out.
He figured it out. He's smart.
But the doctor fucking jumps RoboCop style through the glass in his office, but he's a hologram, so he just goes through it.
Is that how it works?
That's apparently how it works now. I don't know how he
would
doesn't
that
go through furniture and shit.
He's a
but-
doctor. He would go through the floor. Why? Like, why is he? Whatever.
Also, he has the hollow emitter on, and that's an
Yeah.
actual piece of material.
Yeah, dude, I don't. No, he doesn't have it on yet. He puts it on after he jumps through. I do remember that.
Does he? I thought he put it on right in front of Tuvok and then fucking ran off.
No, he puts it on like while he's scampering out of the room. I remember thinking like at least they did that right.
Okay. But Tuvok
But it's
is like,
not
yeah,
him
cut.
running.
He chases him to the holodeck, and there's like 1 million doctors in there, which cost them like the whole season budget.
Yeah, they had to like shoot the scene like 50 times with him standing in certain areas, and that cost a lot.
And Tuvok is like, yeah, just shut the holodeck down. And she's like, I can't. The doctor fucking put a 6-digit passcode into it. I can't do it.
Try 696969.
Like, I can turn it off, but it's going to take a couple minutes. That he's definitely not in there, and he's running away from you. And Tuvok's like, fucking do it.
I watched, this is a total tangent, and I don't even care.
Go for it.
I watched Deadpool 2 last night.
I haven't
and,
seen that one.
I love Domino. Zazie Beetz, I'm in love with her now.
She's great.
incredible. She's incredible. And Domino is like the luck, she's the luck.
Oh, yeah.
Newton with the luck. And it's so good. It's so well done, dude. Like, there's one part, like, it's not spoiling it too much. There's one part where he's got, like, open a lock or whatever. And she's like, they're like, it's a number. What is it? And she's like, I don't know. Try 7. And it works because she's Domino, right?
Yeah, she's just super lucky, so whatever.
It's great.
But the doctor is obviously left, because why would he stay in this room when he has shit to do, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Tuvok, instead of just firing through all of the doctors to find out which one's the real one,
He walks slowly through them for no reason.
It does nothing. So the doctor escapes through a Jeffries tube down to engineering and runs in as Chakotay, and she's like, oh my god, there's a warp core breach. And Torres is like, no, there's not. Like,
What are you talking about?
nothing is even close to that. And she's like, oh, the doctor's giving you false readings with his holograms. And
Yeah.
she has a moment where she's like, that's bullshit, but I believe it. And then she fucking runs out.
I'm going to allow this.
But like,
Oh, man.
he like Torres is running out. Fucking B'Elanna's like, I believe him, and she's leaving. But then Paris calls and she's like, the doctor's right near you, and she's like, where?
Yeah,
He's right next to the warp core,
and it's Chakotay.
She turns around and it's Chakotay, and she's like,
she realizes.
she's like, oh, I was the stupid one all along.
oh, the doctor duped me with his Renaissance man-like abilities.
And she looked
That's
right at the
name of
camera when she said
Yes.
that.
And then she winks.
But she gets trapped in a a force field,
Yeah.
and he turns into the emergency command hologram.
That's right, because that's the thing from the previous episodes. They do that.
Yeah, which will never backfire on us.
No, well, I
This
mean he's
child
the worst.
of a man.
He's
who-
the worst idiot ever. So why wouldn't you make him a command hologram?
I like that he gets the red shoulders. That's fun.
He looks better in red.
He does actually,
Everyone looks better in red.
but he ejects the fucking warp core.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm going to transport to the Delta Flyer. And then he hits the button and it's like, transporters are down. And he's like, oh, fuck yeah, I turned off all the power.
Because the antimatter reaction is no longer fueling the ship.
Yeah, I forgot I turned the lights off.
Shit. Well, that was dumb. I guess I gotta walk.
But he turns down internal sensors and just starts going through Jeffries tubes.
Yeah.
And Tuvok, like, intercepts him, but, like, he's B'Elanna, like pregnant B'Elanna, and then he fucking parkours around Tuvok.
Yeah.
And grabs his phaser from him and stuns him.
He says, Tuvok like corners him as B'Elanna, and he's like, "You wouldn't shoot a pregnant woman, would you?" As like like her acting like the doctor would say it, and it's just like funny? so fucking stupid.
Isn't that funny?
It's so
and then she parkours and steals his laser, which is for sure something the doctor could do in any episode, but he just chose not to.
That was like half the other budget. That was like half of it.
Like,
was parkour guys.
Stuff like this that happens in episodes makes you like look back at every episode and like Voyager history and go, why didn't the Doctor use his powerful parkour powers and save the day?
He could just be like the best karate man ever. Like, why is he not doing that? Like, I don't understand.
He mostly just doesn't do karate. Like, what the fuck?
He's mostly just whiny. He's mostly just a whiny, incompetent moron.
But he does fuck everyone else on the ship up and gets in the Delta Flyer and takes the warp core over to the ship.
Yeah, they have to, like, cut the doors open and shit. It's, like, crazy, dude.
Fucking, like, the only difference to the inside is there's a little computer panel to the right that you press buttons on. But, as he's flying over there, Janeway is like talking to Nar, our favorite character, one of the potato men.
The good potato man. The conscious potato man.
She's like, yeah, you can, if you press that button on the side, it'll turn blue. And he's like, oh shit, you're right, that's awesome. I fucking love this. I'm gonna put it next to my lava lamp.
It's like Winamp in here.
I wonder how much of our audience are gonna get that.
Gonna get that reference? That's sad. That's a sad statement, Jeff.
But like, she's like, yeah, B'Elanna might want to buy everything you got, and he's like, oh really? I guess I'll let you out of your cage. And Zet's like, fucking stop! What are you doing?
Like, nobody wants your garbage, dude. Your shitty antique technology.
Nobody wants it, and nobody wants you.
Oh, and then he like kind of gets like Disney sad.
Yeah, he's like, dude, you're gonna die a virgin. And then he walks away, and the guy's like, oh no, my tummy hurts. How many callbacks can I get away with in this episode?
You can keep doing it. It's the only funny thing about this episode.
But like the doctor shows up and the doctor's like, I won't give you my thing I won't give you the warp core until you give me Janeway. So the fucking Zet just fires on him.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't care if I rupture the warp core. Fuck you. I'm angry.
Yeah, Zet's like a moron. Like that would kill everybody within like a large radius. Like, it's crazy explosive, dude.
That's even his plan later. He's like, I'll just shoot their warp core and then we'll get away.
Yeah, we'll get away. It's like, this dude really hates this warp core. As much as he wanted it, he hates it.
What a fucking moron. Anyway, they take the doctor hostage. They're like, yeah, put your fucking like shields down and we'll beam her over.
Yeah. Wink, 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 wink. Twirl the mustache, wink, wink.
But then they beam him on, and Janeway's like, wow, you were the dumbest person in Star Trek history.
Yeah. She said Star Trek, not Starfleet. She said Star Trek.
In Star Trek history, and you're on a ship with Tom Paris.
This really is like the detention crew. This is like the summer school of Star Trek. Everyone sucks. They're all useless.
For sure. This is the Breakfast Club of Star Trek series.
The doctor's the nerd who shoots the flare off in his locker.
They're all the nerd. Who's the jock and who's the cool guy on fucking Voyager?
I think Tom Paris would think it was him, but it's not.
I think he's supposed to be the cool guy.
He's supposed to be.
Chakotay's the jock.
Yeah.
But Tom Paris looks like Howdy Doody, but even more doughy and childlike.
Yeah, Chakotay is like a football player, but like, I don't know, like also like stupid.
He's a football player who like tore his ACL and he's like gotten out of shape. This time's going on. He's real bitter about it.
He's like 24. He's out of college. He's still talking about like high school football.
Anyway, they're searching the ship for they're searching Voyager for the missing people, and they find them in the morgue. And they're not too worried about them being in the morgue while they scan them. They're just like, oh, all right, they're all right, cool.
They're fine, I guess. Why not?
But when they turn all the power back on, opera starts playing.
That's right.
And I think it's the Blue Danube.
Sure.
I know that because of Corny Concertos, the Merry Melodies cartoon.
Do you have the CD of that?
Maybe.
I think that
it's the one where like Bugs Bunny he's being hunted by Porky Pig and he dances to the tune of the music, the opera music, and he wears like the bra.
Yeah, he has the helmet and shit, right?
Oh, that's a different one. That's
a different one? Okay.
What's Opera Doc?
What's Opera Doc? Okay.
I don't know
remember
why
the other one then.
shit. The other one has
Let's just watch that show.
We should. The other one has 3 separate cartoons. And like Elmer Fudd introduces them, and the front of his shirt keeps popping up and slapping him in the face.
I do remember that. I must have seen it, but I can't picture it. It's been a really long time since I saw Merry Melodies.
Anyway, everybody's like, "Yeah, turn this nerd shit off," but they can't.
Dork music.
But they can't turn it off. The computer's like unable to comply, and they're not like, "Why?" They're just like, "Wow, he won't comply. I didn't know it could do that."
They're just like, I don't know, I kind of like it.
And they're like, oh, it's been altered. Like, I can tell it's been altered because it fucking sucks. And
it sucks even more than it normally would.
And they find out that the off-key notes make a warp signature, which is a little bit like saying the alphabets in my alphabet soup made a double helix. And now I know the DNA of the alien.
It's pretty much that. You figure a warp signature is like fairly complicated since you're dealing with like insane quantum physics.
Yeah, and like warp signature is like an energy signature. It's not a musical like wavelength. It's not the same thing.
The song would have to be like 10 years long to fit all the digits in. It's got to be like a Philip Glass song that's never ending.
And I love how Tom Paris just points at the screen. He's like, "Hey, looks kind of like a warp signature. Hey, what's a warp signature here?" And everybody's like, "Oh my God, Tom said something smart."
I'm gonna go watch my TV in my howdy doody room.
I'm gonna go watch TV from the 90s. I hear Arsenio's on. Woo, 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 woo. And everybody's like, he's fine.
Yeah, he's Tom. That's Tom's back.
Back on the idiot ship, not the Voyager, the other one.
Hierarchy. Ship.
The Overlookers ship.
Sure.
Like, they're trying to figure out a way to like turn the Doctor into like a spy, but they just like upload all of the internet database into him for some reason.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh shit, fuck, my program's fucked up.
My tummy hurts. Oh no, for real this time.
My program tummy hurts.
Oh man, I'm decompiling too many things.
Shit, dude, I'm decompiling. My fucking tummy needs to be decompiled.
I'm gonna decompile my pants."
But they truck the ship over in a shuttle.
There's 2 shuttles, right?
No, they get in the Delta Flyer.
One of them's the Delta Flyer. And
Yeah, the Delta Flyer is just like floating in space, and they show up in one ship, and Tom Paris beams to the Delta Flyer.
To the Delta Flyer, and he's like, I'm back, baby. You're the Millennium Falcon of this show.
You're the Millennium Falcon, and I'm Han Solo?
More like Han Blomo.
You fucking got him, dude. How's he ever gonna go back from that?
He won't. He's never worked ever again.
That's true.
The end.
It's true. Who's gonna hire this fucking doughy man-child for anything?
He's not great at anything.
He's not good at acting.
He's better in Masters of the Universe.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in that. He plays Monica Geller's boyfriend.
I don't even know what his name is. Tommy?
Monica Geller's her name from Friends. I don't remember her actual name or her character's name.
Monica Lewinsky. No, what is her real name? Fuck!
Oh, man.
We're gonna have to look it up.
She's that one guy's sister.
Ross's sister.
No, the actor guy. Is her.
What?
Yeah.
No, she's not.
Or they were married.
Courtney Cox.
Yeah, they were married later. Courtney Cox Arquette.
Yeah, David Arquette.
Yeah, what did he ever fucking do? Anyway, let's get through with this shit. Anyway, they have a little fight with the fucking idiots, and then like Zet's like, "Oh, Doctor, you're gonna try and fight me, the strongest man?" And Nar hits him with his fucking lava lamp, and he passes out.
Yay, he hits him, and then he says, I guess it was useful for something, and then the audience howls with laughter. And there's a freeze frame, and it's the end of the show.
He's like, it was good for something, and then it's like, ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. I don't know why it was the taxi.
Stay tuned for Coach.
And everybody's like, let me hit that off button on
They're
my
like,
TV.
time for bed, or time to read a book.
Time to not watch fucking Coach.
Fuck Coach.
Show sucked a dick.
So the entire point of this episode happens next, and my theory is that they just wanted the Doctor to say these silly things, and that's why
he
they
comes
did this
back to
whole
the
episode.
Voyager and he's decompiling, and he thinks he's dying, but they're like, yeah, we're just gonna like stop your decompiling.
Yeah.
So he goes around and he's like, Janeway, I'm sorry, but I recorded all your questionable command decisions because you were a bad captain and I'm an asshole.
Yeah, and then it's like he goes to who's next? Somebody's next.
Tuvok, he's like, Tuvok, I told Neelix about your gonorrhea. I'm sorry.
Yeah, which is
And-
crazy. Because,
Yeah.
like, their blood's already green, so, like, how would you even know you got gonorrhea?
That's a fucking huge breach of the Hippocratic Oath right there.
Yeah. Don't tell kitchen rats about gonorrhea.
Yeah, and he tells Harry Kim, your saxophone fucking sucks.
That's right, yeah.
You're gonna die a virgin like Nar did.
And then he goes to 7 and he's like, I want to finger you all night long.
He's like, all night long.
All night. And she's like, oh, I already knew that because I'm not a moron.
Yeah, well. But then, like, he disappears and he comes back and he's like, oh, God, I fucked up.
And he's like, oh, my
Oh,
tummy
no.
hurts.
My tummy.
And then it's the real end of the episode.
Oh, man. The actual end of the episode is completely superfluous. Janeway goes to visit the doctor,
That's
and the
right.
doctor's like, oh, my tummy hurts still 7 days later.
I fucked up real bad, Mom. That's what he says.
No one loves me anymore, Mommy.
Yeah, and she's like, I gotta discipline you. And then she doesn't discipline
Yeah, I gotta
him.
discipline you, but I'm not really going to. Wink!
Dude, it's
Because
so...
that's good disciplining.
Dude, like... All it was
She's like,
6 days without the hollow emitter. Like, he can last 6 days without fucking hollow emitter.
She's like, well, you should join me in the holodeck for a coffee. And she sounds like 9 billion% sexual when she says
Yeah, it
this.
sounds like it's a date.
She's like, join me in the holodeck.
In
for some
Buenos Aires, the
coffee."
most sexy city on Earth.
It's true.
The bugs whacked us, Johnny. That's how sexy it was.
Buenos Aires was named after boning.
Boning
So-
Aries is, which is what I am. So I would
fuck
fit in.
yeah. And she's like, I want to socialize more with you, but we should leave your rank at the door, and there would be no dorky fucking shitty ass opera.
We're going to Carnival. Paint me up, bitch. That's what she says. Help me put this skimpy bikini on.
And he's like, oh, okay. And then the show ends on his lecherous fucking face.
And that's literally the end of the show.
That's the end of the whole series.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So, let's do some final thoughts on this show. What did you think of it, Josh?
I paid 70% attention to it. That's a generous percent. I'd say it's like more like 50% of my attention.
I'm leaning towards 30.
Yeah, it might be 70 the other way too for me. Yeah, I mean this episode sucks. It's dog shit filler. It's the worst of like what Voyager is.
Bland.
It's terrible. It's awful.
It's like eating a rice cracker.
I was thinking
the
about
rice
it.
cracker is a little bad. It's gone bad at the edges, so it's like
it's like
green.
stale. Oh, ew. Ooh. That's horrible.
Because it has horrible parts, but it's mostly just really fucking bland, and you wish you would be eating literally anything else.
The show's only strength is that you like the characters, but the characters aren't good. And I was thinking about it when I was making a bland cheese sandwich that was way better than the rice cracker you just described.
Sure.
And I was like, I get it if you like the characters because, like, it's Star Trek, right? And, like, there are redeemable qualities to some of them. And some of them are actually pretty good. Like, I like Janeway. I like Tuvok. That's Torres is fine. She's whatever.
Sure.
But that's the show's strength. And, like, like it's only the end of the show is only sad because like you don't get to see like your acquaintances anymore. Whereas like the end of the show of Deep Space Nine is super sad because those are your real friends, right?
It's true. I mean,
and this
like,
show's just weak as fuck.
It's like weak coffee. It really is. It's
Yeah.
like this weak, watery coffee that, I mean, like, it still tastes like coffee.
Right, you're still getting coffee in you. Like, you're still getting Star Trek, right? But it's not good.
It's like Voyager only has a cast of, like, how many characters? Like 7? 8?
Yeah. About.
And it has, like, 3 good ones.
Yeah, I'd even say, like, 7 is okay. She fights The Rock, which is dope, so I'll give her some points for that.
The Rock's first acting gig in
The
Voyager.
Rock in an octagon. She fights him in the fucking octagon, dude.
Fuck yeah. That episode sucks.
That episode's better than this one, man.
It is better than this one.
I'd rather we watch that fucking episode.
Yeah, the only characters I really like on the show are Janeway, Tuvok,
Yeah.
like B'Elanna I like pretty well.
Yeah, she's fine.
I feel like I mostly only say that I like the Doctor because I feel like I have to. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
everybody loves him, but I find him mostly annoying most of the time.
He's like 60% annoying and like
Yeah.
40% okay.
Yeah.
And I
would
only
say that's a good-
I feel like I like 7 because they duped me into liking boobies.
That could be true. Did you know that, like, she literally couldn't breathe in that and had to be taken out of it between scenes?
That fucking thing is so goddamn tight. Like, I don't know how she's acting at all in that thing.
I don't know. It's impressive. And it's
mean-
like, it was specifically, Brandon Braga was like,
Oh,
make
yeah.
it tighter.
I mean, they do it with T'Pol, too. They're just like, I don't know,
Yeah.
put her in some skinny-ass shit.
Make it tighter.
And fucking Jolene Blaylock is, like, super skinny. Like, she's really
Oh,
skinny.
yeah. She looks like if she turned sideways, you just lose track of her if it wasn't for the titties.
She just she's got huge boobs and she's really thin. And 7 is, like big. Like, she's not big, like fat
She's like
or
a
whatever.
model.
She's like tall.
Like a
Yeah.
supermodel. She's
Yeah.
really tall.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like her character. She's like some kind of like the Borg thing is fun.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's about
She's
it.
like
And
Hugh.
she's
She's like Hugh from TNG, and that's a
Right.
really interesting character type. Like
Right.
like a character who was part of the Borg and who's not anymore.
has to learn how to be a person again.
Yeah, that's an interesting character arc.
Yeah, but I mean, the second to last episode is shameless. Like, it's shameless. It's shameful.
And I
like,
wonder if it's like season 7 of Voyager is like one of the worst seasons in the same way that like season
It
7
is.
of TNG is like the third
is.
worst season.
I think it suffers from the let's wrap it up syndrome, where they're
Yeah.
like, we're wrapping up all the stories, right? And like when a show starts to do that, and when you know it's the last season, it hollows the show's impact a little bit. Like, it's not as
For everybody who's working
fun.
on it as well.
yeah.
And that comes through 100% in the product.
Right. What they should have done is done like the Year of Hell or whatever. That should have been season 7, and then they are so desperate that they do what they do at the end, which is like fuck time up, right?
Like, whatever,
They-
we get to go home. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
who cares? I don't care anymore. I'm going home. Yeah, that's what they should have done. But no, everyone's just real comfy. Everyone's like B'Elanna and Tom are like newlyweds, and they're all kissy face. It's like, I don't fucking want to watch Tom and B'Elanna be all fucking married and shit. Like, I don't give a shit, dude.
Talking about like marrying below your station, like fucking B'Elanna ruined her life.
I mean, she's a super awesome like Klingon strong lady, and she marries a ding dong, dude.
Like the lamest dude on the ship besides Harry Kim.
He's like Melba fucking Toast. He's so fucking boring. He's the whitest white guy ever. Like, ever. I don't know.
Could you
I don't
imagine that man dancing?
dude, like at a wedding. And he's like, yeah, I'm dad dancing.
He's definitely biting his lower lip and just gyrating out of time with the music.
And it's like fucking like Caribbean Queen or some shit is playing, and he's like
Dude.
really embarrassing himself.
Don't ever speak ill of that fucking
I love that song. I fucking love that song. But he's ruining it. That's how shitty he is.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Fucking
and you're just like,
I don't know. That's really like one of those TV marriages where the dude is like
Yeah.
a fucking grotesque monster and the woman's beautiful.
Yeah, it's Family Guy, right? Like,
yeah.
It's like
King of Queens,
King
like
of
all
Queens,
that same
yeah.
shit.
Yep.
The show, we give Voyager a lot of shit, and at the end of the day, it's still Star Trek, and I'd still rather watch it than like almost any episode of Discovery and all of the movies.
Yeah.
Maybe this episode would be very low on my list of episodes of Star Trek.
This
Once
is
you
like
start getting into the very bland episodes.
I would say this has got to be like bottom 10% of the episodes I've ever watched.
Absolutely. It's bland and it's also stupid.
It's mindlessly, it's pointless. It's like somebody wrote it and they were like, well, we wrote an episode, we need 25 of these fuckers, so here's one, right?
Yeah, they were like, all right, I made 12, here's 13.
Throw it in the pile, we'll sort it out. Yep.
We gotta do so many more of these. Just fucking put it in the pile.
Just everyone's pulling all-nighters tonight. We gotta write 16 more episodes.
We gotta finish this goddamn season and be done.
Dude, put it to bed.
Move on to Enterprise.
We'll slowly ruin that show over time. Yeah, no, this episode stinks. And, like, the Doctor learns nothing throughout the entire series. He just gets away with being an idiot the entire time. Fuck it. I don't know. Fuck this episode. I don't know. That's all I can say. It sucked.
I always feel like I'm softening the blow of Voyager's problems, like, because so many people love it, and I'm like, why?
I know, and that's why I was thinking about like the characters. I was like, I think people they like the comfort of it, and Voyager is the most TV sitcom-y of Star Trek series. So maybe they like that comfortness to it. I personally hate that shit. Like, I hate that shit in this episode where, like, you know that something's going wrong and the characters don't. I find that infuriating. Like, what makes Star Trek great, like you said, Jeff, is if it was a TNG episode, everyone would be like, what the hell is going on? And that would be the mystery that they were trying to solve. But instead, you're looking at it from the other side of the mirror, where you know exactly what the problem is.
That is, I have one giant hate when it comes to storytelling. That's like the biggest hate.
Yeah.
And that is a mystery story where we know the answer and the characters don't.
It's terrible. It's so frustrating.
I hate that.
It's so frustrating and so useless. Because, like, I fucking know. Why don't you know? You live in this world. You should know, right?
It's like why did you show me the answer to this already? Like, there's no fun in already knowing. Like, seeing them piece it together only works if they do it on the exact correct pacing. Because if they do it too fast, it's like, well, how the fuck did they figure that out that fast? That's stupid. But if they do it too slow, it's like fucking nails against chalkboard.
It's walking a tightrope, man, and it's a bad tightrope to walk. Like, don't write stories.
Just
like,
have the mystery come to the audience at the same rate as it comes to the characters.
Yeah, it could go as fast and as slow as you want at that. You can control it. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
I love. My favorite thing is a movie or a TV episode or anything, like a comic, anything, where once you find out what the mystery's solution is, if you go back and watch or read it again, you see all of the clues along the way.
clues, yeah, that's a really good,
Or
but
you
I mean,
can even do it along the way yourself and be like, oh man, like, I saw that, what does that mean? Like, as you go and you piece it together at the same rate the characters do.
Right. Yeah,
but
I mean, that would require
this is
work.
the one I hate.
Yeah, this is like a prime example of how that is the shitty way to do it. I hate it. I hate this episode. It sucks.
This episode does suck. I think Voyager, 10% of the episodes are good, 90% of the episodes are garbo. It's got like the Sonic the Hedgehog syndrome.
It does.
Where most of it's bad, but but people only remember the good ones.
They only remember like Sonic 2.
Like Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles. Like, if you've got nostalgia goggles on, like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
Right.
And then Sonic Generations was good, like 15 years later.
Yeah, that was like way later.
And then Sonic Mania was made by fans, and they just licensed it, and it was good. So,
and and then the Sonic movie, which is gonna be great. So.
Dude, that's a fucking masterpiece. I can't wait to finally see that movie in the theater day one. I'll tell you that much.
I'm gonna be there midnight, dude. I mean, I'm gonna have my Sonic hat on. It says "Gotta go fast."
Fuck yeah! You know he's gonna say it, or he said it in the fucking trailer. Actually,
they already blew that up. They already
said it
it
in the trailer.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna call him Sonic in the movie.
Yeah, they're gonna
be like, "No, my name's Sonic the Hedgehog. Got a speed keyed."
I can't believe that they didn't get Urkel to do it. I love Ben. What's his name? Shapiro. Schwartz. I love him. Ben Shapiro, I think, is a lawyer. But Ben Schwartz is awesome. I love him.
Yeah, he's good in everything, but like, he can't save this. Like, he had to have signed on, like, hey, like, we're gonna do a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. We want you to do the voice, and he was like, "Fuck yeah, I love Sonic."
Right. I'm gonna get to be my goofy, crazy self that made my career. But they're like, no. This is a kids movie. So.
Like, I'm gonna get to be Sonic. Like, maybe he loves Sonic. Maybe he's one of those people who loved it when he was a kid, and he fucking loves Sonic. He's like, I get to be Sonic, and they didn't have any material yet. There was no script. There were no character designs, and he was like, "Fuck, this is gonna be great." And then as it went on, he was just like, should I get out of this?
Too late, I guess. To sign a contract. Oh, well.
Oh, fuck. Now I gotta do a press junket for this turd.
That's the real acting, is the press junket.
Yeah.
Unless you're Ben Affleck and you just sit there, just 1,000-yard stare, fucking wanting to die.
Or you're fucking Harrison Ford, who just doesn't pay attention at all during the interview.
Dude. I mean, that dude does not give a fuck. He's like, I don't care.
They're like, what do you think of the movie? And he's like, I paid for my mortgage.
I didn't see it yet. Like, he'll say shit like that. I don't know, kid. I didn't see it yet.
I haven't seen it yet. It's probably good. I'm in it.
I crashed an airplane on a golf course. That's what I do now.
Trying to end this life before they bring me back to do another sequel to something I did back in the day. I'm not trying to do Con Air 2.
Part-time.
Part-time. I pointed it out before, but they had a better take for that, and they didn't use it.
They used it in the trailer!
Yeah. Part-time. But instead he goes, part-time.
It's so fucking weird. Why? Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know.
Who says it like that?
Anyway, that was our review of this episode of Voyager.
It's like so hard to not say part-time. That's how you fucking say it in English.
Part-time.
Part-time. It means nothing now. I said it too much. It means nothing.
You know what? Thank you, everybody who tuned in and listened to us bitch about this, like, fucking 20-year-old episode of Star Trek.
Yeah. I mean, if we had to watch it, I mean, you guys should have to suffer through it, too.
I agree.
I don't want to be the only one.
It's almost 30-year-old episode, actually.
Don't tell me that shit, dude.
We're getting old.
Nah, fuck you, man.
I'm gonna live forever, baby.
I'm gonna go eat a bunch of liquefied steel to get all the food out of me that I've eaten since first grade.
Oh yeah, you should definitely do that.
Did you not know about that? Now we're talking about some real.
If you fucking take some turpentine, it'll get rid of all the bugs that are living inside of your body.
That's like people who, dude. That's like people who are like severely OCD, like bathe in Lysol and shit. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Well, the one that's like going around, like I saw a post on Facebook that somebody had shared that was like, they didn't share it seriously. They shared it to be like, oh my god, look at this fucking shit.
Right.
But this dude was like, people have been asking me what the correct percentage is that you can give to your children of turpentine.
Okay, none percent?
Yeah, 0% is the correct answer. He was like, you can give 20% solution of turpentine to get rid of insects and parasites that live inside of your children.
Okay, that person should not have children.
I was like,
the state needs to go find those children immediately.
Apparently, if you become a parent, you can just do what the fuck ever and no one can stop you.
It's like 1840s rules.
Fucking like, I took my child's brain out and I put it in the Roomba. It's my kid. What are you gonna do?
Ah, man, cool Roomba.
It's my kid Roomba.
Ronnie the Roomba.
Ronnie. Fucking, anyway. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We love each and every one of you in your own special, distinctive way.
You're all unique flowers that we like to care for with our water, and our water is our jizz.
Our number 3s.
It's gotta take a wicked number 3, dude.
If you'd like to hear more from both of us, you can follow us on Twitter at MClassPodcast or at our own Twitters, which are on at MClassPodcast. Fucking follow it and you'll know.
That's the trick. I'm not gonna tell you my name for free.
Bitch, you better be a patron, which you can do at patreon.com/MClassPodcast, where for as little as $1 a month, you can get all types of free shit. Just all types of it.
Episodes early. We do streams.
You get Discord access with some of the coolest people on the internet.
Yeah, you also get another podcast where we talk about nothing, which is a lot like this one that we just did.
Yeah, it's a lot like this one. It really is.
But it's more focused somehow. I don't know.
I like to remind people again that we do have the Pitch It or Ditch It Star Trek Collection Blu-ray competition. Send us all of that to, and any emails you happen to have that you'd like us to read on the air, to mclassemail@gmail.com.
Fucking do it.
Fucking do it. And should we tell them that we're open for commercials? People can advertise on this
sure.
shit?
If you want to advertise, fuck it.
Should we tell them the pricing?
No, we'll email us and we'll tell you.
Sure. If you have a very short, what's the limit since you're editing this shit? What's like the time limit?
Like a minute 30, 2 minutes is probably like the highest, right? Like that's pretty long commercial.
Yeah, I'd say like I'd keep it between like 30 seconds and a minute 30.
Yeah, that works, yeah.
And we will give you pricing if you contact us at mclassemail@gmail.com. That's where all of our official email is going to be going to. So if you've got business, a pleasure, whatever, as long as we approve of it, we can do some business together and get advertising onto M-Class and hopefully food into our bellies.
I like eating food.
I miss it.
Oh man, I gotta go shopping tomorrow. It sucks.
Yeah, shopping does blow. Because I do the
horrible.
shopping here, and like my wife Crystal used to do all the shopping, and man, she's a fucking saint for doing it that long because it sucks.
I hate it. I fucking hate it.
I work from home now, so like I have time during the day to go out.
Yeah.
And even during no matter what time you go, it's just
horrible.
packed to the fucking brim with old people.
My fucking grocery store that I go to used to be 24/7, and like it was great because I would go at like 2 a.m.
Oh hell yeah!
And then they were like, no, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Now I gotta go fucking meander around with these fucking peons here. Fuck this.
It's fucking proletariat.
I'm fucking better than you, motherfucker. Give me my own time to go shopping. Get away from me, you filthy scum.
The thing that really fucking rankles my feathers is that old people love to stop in the tiny little aisles side by side and fucking talk to each other.
Dude, I have no
like, I
patience
walk
for
up
this
and I'm
shit.
like, excuse me, and they look at me like I'm being the rude one. I'm like, this ain't your fucking house, Gertie. Get out of the way.
Yeah, get out of the way, Millie.
What the fuck are you doing, Ethel?
I know what you did during the war, you slut.
Fucking like Bob and John Granger, fucking oldest men on earth over here, having this conversation about what type of prune juice they like, and they're not even in a fucking prune juice aisle.
Yeah, man, I can't. I'm not good at it. I hate it. I hate it.
On that note, thank you again for tuning in to M-Class Podcast, and we'll be back in 1 week with more M-Class goodness.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm mentally ill.